Yeah, hello, this is Steve, N4LQ, and been working on a spy receiver from World War II. This one is a BC792A, which is part of a complete set, the SCR504A, and it included a battery charger, which I do not have. The frequency range is from 100 kilohertz up to 65 megahertz. As you can see, the band switch here covers all those frequencies, and it is built into a suitcase, harmless looking suitcase, and was used by spies to find other spies, and it's very directional. And inside here, under this lid, is the loop antenna, which provides the directional qualities that you need. So the tubes are 1-volt tubes, and they are in series parallel. So we have a group of 2 in series, and then in parallel, totaling 6 volts. And we have let's see, starting over here, we have an RF amplifier, oscillator mixer, 2 IF amplifiers, a BFO, and a single stage audio amplifier. Most of these are like 1 LN5s and things like that. This is the battery compartment, and in here is where 3 different batteries went. Well, actually 2 of the same and 1 filament battery. And this is the size of them. They're lead acid batteries. They're filled with sulfuric acid. These are 36 volt batteries. There were 2 of these in series to provide 72 volts plate voltage, and then 1 was a 6 volt, and it looked just like this. These little holes were for injecting sulfuric acid via a hypodermic needle that came with the kit. It came with a bottle of sulfuric acid, and you were expected to inject that into here and drop this in a charger for a certain period of time, and then when they were charged, you then just simply plug these 3 cells into the radio, and it was good for a couple of hours use. Here is the hidden controls. These were to be used when you were carrying the radio. So the lid has this block here, and that pushes this button, and that switches your audio control over to this volume control. And then here's a power off and on, and the BFO off and on switch, and a button here to push that you could change over to this sense antenna, which was a rod that screws in, which I guess was used for the directional finding. It's a rather complicated process, and the book tells you here, this manual tells you all about how to set it up and how to find radio stations, and it does seem to be rather directive. So this one's in good shape considering what it's been through, and there's your controls for the front panel, or the hidden controls. This flap right here, when you close the lid, this flap covered these controls up so people couldn't see it. And it works fairly well. There's the headphone jack here is actually for an earphone, and it's a high impedance earphone. So with just 1 stage of audio, it's not very loud. So I'm using a little guitar amplifier to boost things up, and I can switch down to, yeah, let's see here.
So that the foundations of the prison were shaken, and immediately all the doors were opened, and everyone's chains were loosed.
Are you waiting upon God? If not, no one.
So that's the AM broadcast band, and it does a pretty good job. The volume control is really an RF gain control. There's no AGC, and with AGC it would pretty well kill the direction finding capability. So your volume stays, your audio volume stays the same, and actually what you're doing here is adjusting the sensitivity of the radio. And it's of course designed to operate on batteries and not an AC supply like I'm using, so I'm picking up a lot of line noise and stuff as a result. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.